Hi everybody, Alex Employer from Expert Forex, and welcome to today's video. And we're going to be looking at a brand new EA that's been created as a result of the GTM competition. Now, if you don't know about the way grid trading works, there is a video on your screen right now. There's the link to the video. The links will be supplied in the description of this video as well as in the first commentary. And if you're not the proud owner of the Grid Trend Multiplier, the bottom link is a link to the page explaining what the Grid Trend Multiplier is all about. So this video is more a progression for existing owners or prospective owners to have a look at the potential that's being created. Now, if you've been watching videos, you'll realize that Expert Forex and its team are continuously working very hard to create robust trading robots and trading instruments to help Forex traders. And we are constantly trying to improve the efficiency of our robots and instruments for the benefit of our clients. And I've also been very lucky that I've been associated with EA Factory. They are not part of Expert Forex, but they do the robot creation and the administration of the robots for Expert Forex, and they can literally write a robot in 2 or 3 hours. They can write a robot about anything you ask them. So they are absolutely wonderful, and besides that, they also provide world-class support for these robots. And because of this ability, I've been able to create quite a number of robots very quickly, and that is the big topic of today's video. Okay, so recently we had a Grid Trend Multiplier competition. It was won with results over 800%. There are quite a few really fantastic results in there. But what it did, and this is the objective of the competition, is to shake the traders out of their complacency and challenge them to produce above normal results. And that requires a paradigm shift. And during this particular competition, there was quite a few paradigm shifts. Firstly, people realized that set to forget normal settings will not win a competition. You need a one-directional approach, and that's what the most of the winners used. And also, you need a gap-sizing approach that is less conservative than the norm. You need to be more aggressive. And that's why I've got this fantastic bicycle on the slide. But the sad thing is, this bicycle's got training wheels, and most traders use trading wheels, and that's what they are training wheels. So they would buy an EA, use the set and forget settings, and that's how far they will get in their robot trading career. What you really need to do is you need to get rid of those training wheels, and you need to know your bicycle so well that you can do anything with it. And you'll see the most amazing things these kids can do with their bikes these days. But this is the concept. Remember, if you buy a robot and you're using set files, you are using training wheels. That's all you're using. It only buys you enough time to get to know the robot, to be traded more aggressively, and also to get these special returns. Now, this is what's happened since the competition, and here are some extracts from the paid forum, our premium forum, which has really been extremely active in this particular area after the competition. And here's one that actually literally came in 4 hours ago, where a $120 return was made on a $300 account. Fantastic trading. I mean, and that's in less than 24 hours. And here the person posting it gives some information about the settings they used and so on. But these kind of results were not possible before the competition because people were too much in the conservative way of trading the Grid Trend Multiplier. Another example of this is, and this time this is on a real account. The trader made $1,440 US in in basically one day, he only caught a trend of 39 pips, but the GTM, because it revisits the same level over and over again, turned that trend into a trend of 128 pips, and he was able to make a fantastic return on his money. So these are the things that are coming out, that are being discussed. The traders are not shy to share their settings and their trading approaches in the forum. So I'm very happy about that aspect that's coming through in our forums. Here's another account that was posted in the forum, and although the return hasn't been fantastic, 37%, if you look at the number of pips that was generated, 4,000 pips in less than 11 days. So again, it's just showing that people have thrown away the training wheels and they are starting to think independently and create their own strategies, and they are getting much better results because of that. Now, coming back to this learning point where gap sizes can be very small and single direction trading can be very profitable, a lot of traders don't have the expertise to identify one directional trading, and therefore they can never really benefit from it. Also, gap sizing being small allows you to cash in more and more and more, and therefore you can multiply your trends tremendously. Like you've seen earlier, 39 pip trend became 128 pip trend by multiplying the trend every time it touches a grid level. So we've taken this concept, how can we make grid trading more profitable and safer at the same time? So what we've done is we've introduced a moving average to the grid trend multiplier, and that in fact has created a brand new EA, because it has moved away from the pure grid trading concept a little bit too much, and now it is becoming a trend trading forex trading tool. And here is the moving average. Now, I just want to explain how moving averages work. What happens is, if the price is above a moving average, it is in a buy mode. If it's below the moving average, it's in a sell mode. This particular moving average that you see here is a moving average that has been shifted. So it's been shifted, set off by, in this case, I think 4. It was probably a 4 offset by 4, because that's my favorite one. And what that does, it creates these zones. It says there's the buy zone, there's the sell zone, there's the buy zone, there's the sell zone, and it allows you to stay in a trend. Now, trends are really bad for the grid trend multiplier, but this turns the grid trend multiplier into a trending EA, because you can set it to only buy in an uptrend and only sell in the downtrend. Big change that we've made there. Then there's another small difference, very subtle, it's a bit technical, but instead of using the concept of the price being above the moving average and below it, we're using the concept, let's look at the angle of the moving average. So the angle, if you look at the angle is up, 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 up all the time. It's up, up, up all the time. And then only there does it, oops. And then only there does it start moving down. So what we're saying, the trend is not determined by the price being above a moving average or below a moving. It's actually determined by the angle of the moving average. So it's just two different approaches. This one is slightly better. It sometimes catches the candle before the time when there's a trend change. So this is a slightly better one, but both will work very well. So let's have a look at the new EA that's been born. Okay, so here it is, and it hasn't really got an official name yet, so it's still under development. And here are the settings. Now I'll go through the settings with you to give you an idea of how the EA works. So we've got our traditional close the grid when a certain profit target has been reached, or if it has reached a certain loss level that you want to close the grid. So that we still got those settings in. In fact, I'd like to take them out. They're just buffers, and in back trading they haven't added any value in any of our back trading results. Then we come to the crux of this EA. We've added a moving average and it gives you can add a moving average in any of the time frames. You can change the method that the moving average uses, and you can apply it to different prices. So it's very flexible moving average, and you can then offset it as you've seen in that one example. And then here's the market phase. How do you determine the market phase? You can either use the angle approach, or you can use the market phase approach, where the price is above the moving average or below it. So it gives you that choice. Now here is where the real benefit comes in. Is it says, what kind of lot sizing do you want to use with a trend? And what kind of lot sizing do you want to use for counter trend? Now there are some benefits to having counter trend lot sizing, but here you can set this to 0. So if you're in a counter trend situation, you can actually set that to 0, which means that when a trend like this is experienced, there will be no sells entered into that kind of trend. You will just cash in and cash in and cash in. That's all that you'll do in that particular trend. So this is where the real benefit comes in, and it will cash in based on the gap size that you determine. Now, if you make it a 3 gap or even a 2 gap, it will just cash in so many times. As it goes back, it will cash in. As it goes back, it will cash in. So it will keep on multiplying your trades as the price is progressing. And as you can see, the price doesn't go straight up. There's a lot of down and up and down and up and down and up in terms of the candles, but in terms of the moving average, you'll see it maintains a steady upward trend. So this is really exciting, these kind of settings, and that's all it is. That's all it is. You only tell it the gap size, which is the most important, most probably, and then you can. Then there are settings for a stop loss if you want to use one, and a take profit. So that's the new EA. It is developed. It is coming out of development mode, and it is going into beta mode. And it will most probably be launched in the next 10 days or so, because we do want a lot of user testing and feedback on this particular EA. Now you can become one of these testers. You can give us feedback on this EA. Tell us what you think about it. Trade it on a 5-minute basis. Trade it on a 4-hour basis. Back test it. You can do this on this EA before it gets launched. Then there's another few changes that we are testing. And the one test is we've added the time of day and day of the week settings to the grid trend multiplier. This is not an upgrade. This is still a beta version. And we want traders to test that particular aspect because of the fact that the grid trend model has suddenly become a scalping EA. Those kind of factors are very important. We've added scaling for the same directional trading. So when you're in a trend, you want to increase your lots, or you want to decrease your gap size, because that way you cash in a lot more. This is also an important new setting, and this is a separate a beta version. So we've got this beta version, and we've got the moving average beta version, which will be tested in the next week or so. Now, how can you become a tester of these beta versions? Very easy. All our premium forum members can do that. It's a standard benefit to being a premium forum member. And if you're not a member, there it is. It's $24 a month, and there are a lot of benefits, right down to about 15 benefits to being a member of this forum. And I'll just go through the ones that we're talking about today. Firstly, if you are a member, you get the best prices on all of our robots, 60% discount on our individual robots, and even improved discount on our bundles. Also, you get to test the beta versions, and this is the thing I'm talking about right now. We've got a brand new EA. We've got some great new trading concepts. You can go and test this for free as a member of the Premium Club. And then when there are launches, which there will be, this new EA is fantastic. There will be launch discounts for the Premium Club members, and they will be obviously more than 60%. And those are other benefits that you get as a premium member. If you're not a member already, just use this link at the bottom and you can join and become a member and get the advantage of all the other benefits. There, as I say, there must be 15 or 14 benefits that you can enjoy. Now, as I said earlier, we are constantly working to make our robots more robust and easier to use for our clients, and also more profitable and safer. And we will not rest. There are also some other services that are coming along in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Watch out for those. Those are also going to make your trading life a lot easier. And those will also only be available through the premium membership of the forum. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.